Hello everybody, I am the Linkzilla. If you can't tell, I am incredibly angry right now, because I've been playing Doom Eternal for the last 3 hours, all to do one fucking mission that goes on for far too fucking long, if you ask me. Seriously, what the hell is up with this map's length? The simple fact is that I was basically going through this entire level, and then when I finally got to the end, it was doing my signing, it was signing off, and was doing all that like, share, and subscribe stuff that I do at the end of my video, I suddenly noticed that OBS wasn't recording at all, even though I pressed the damn recording button! So anyway, as you can see, I've basically got most of the stuff that we saw in this level, but I missed a few things, which is a real shame because I felt like I made some really good jokes in Exultia. So, there's nothing else that I can do about it aside from bitching and moaning even more, so let's just go back in. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt Mr. Grumpy's little rant there, but I honestly thought that it was easier to basically just start another campaign, go back and record all the stuff that I missed. I'm only going to record 2 scenes, basically the stuff that at the fortress that I wanted to show you guys, and basically try to replicate it as much as possible, and show me getting a certain weapon. So, let's do it.
I do not have the means to locate the second Hell Priest.
Maybe you should have killed him when you had the chance. Your celestial locator
will need a replacement.
Varus, Ardorg, Exultia, Sentinel Prime.
I've completed the redesign of your equipment launcher. The flame belch is now ready for your approval.
I still cannot believe that you let me name the device that. The flame belch.
This is an ARC broadcast. There are reports coming out of the quarantined Hellified zone near the San Andreas Chasm. Satellite imagery show what ARC personnel believe to be the legendary Doomslayer himself fighting the mortally challenged. The Doomslayer, or Doom Guy, as he is sometimes referred to, was thought to be a myth of the Resistance, a sort of avenging angel. He was last reported to be seen on Mars, and is allegedly responsible for the destruction of the Argent Tower there. He disappeared soon afterwards. The UAC continues to deny all reports of his existence. We will continue to broadcast new information as we receive it.
Boy, is there an outbreak going on in Australia or not? Anyways, I'll have words to say about that. You guys will see at the end of the video. All of it's pre-recorded anyway. I basically have a lot of hesitation when it comes to the fact that the Doomslayer apparently has his own fortress satellite, and he has Vega already built into it. Here's basically the rant that I went on. It's just, I don't like this idea, because in every single Doom game, even if Doom 2016 wants to reinvent the Doomslayer as an unstoppable, unkillable force of nature against the hordes of hell, Doom Guy is always better and more interesting when he's the underdog. I was expecting him to come literally out of nowhere and ride to humanity's rescue, literally with just a shotgun. But anyways, might as well go pick up the flamethrower. The flame belch? Set enemies on fire and they will drop armor shards. Got it. Vega, you gotta warn me when you send me into one of these simulations while I'm on an active combat zone. Seriously. We really need to work on our communication, buddy. And you guys will actually see what this thing is later. So, unable to contact Steam online rewards. Okay, apparently my internet just went out, but I honestly don't care about that right now. Sentinel Crystal tutorial, this is how you upgrade shit. And I don't know. You guys will see more about this later, okay?
The portal is activated and ready when you are.
Let's go. This technology looks new, but it looks old at the same time. So I'm guessing that maybe this satellite was just left lying around. To put an end to the demonic consumption of Earth, the Hell Priests must be eliminated. Following the death of Diagnilox, the remaining 2 Hell Priests have gone missing. You probably should have killed them when you had them both on a fucking silver platter, but you stood there and did nothing for seemingly no reason other than to draw out, other than the love of the hunt. You must return to Exultia, the forsaken city of Sentinel Pass, to acquire the device necessary to locate the remaining priests and save Earth. Why am I being tortured like this? Why? Okay, stained glass. Swords. Doomslayer icon. Cool, it's all cool. This is an ancient city in Argent Denor. Well, the place where Argent Denor comes from. Apparently the planet is called Argenta. Silver, I can imagine. And mech slaying a titan. Alright, and other things is that I got the dash ability. And I've also got the blood punch ability, which I am literally kicking myself for the fact that I can't make that joke. I wonder if it's worth starting a new profile just to basically play through, get to that point. And the Spectral Wolves. I basically made a joke about how I was getting, like, Twilight Princess flashbacks from all of this. And it seemed ironic considering that, well, 1, I still haven't played Twilight Princess, and 2, it's from the fact that basically, like, after Doom 2016 and Breath of the Wild came out in their respective years, somebody made a theory about how Link and Doom Guy might be the same person. And I love theories like that. They're hilarious. Let's see. Door, breakable wall. Door, breakable wall. Door that has hinges and is clearly designed to be opened. Breakable wall. This is where I found a codex entry, but I think I'll save reading those for the end. I want to just get through this as quickly as possible because it is painful. I'm legitimately in pain. This is where I first fought a Hell Knight. Yeah, I got the precision bolt, and I also got the plasma gun. There was absolutely no fanfare to getting either of these things. God damn it, this game. And that flying thing is a gargoyle. Quite frankly, it's not all that interesting. Basically just an imp with wings that spits acid. Oh, and I also got the Flamethrower. They call it the Flame Belch. I still can't believe they named it that. Apparently, what you use the Flamethrower for is that if you burn your enemies, they drop armor. I also changed up the controls to be a bit more friendly to what I'm used to. also got an ability called the Blood Punch. You basically charge it up by doing glory kills, you unleash a punch, and it basically just releases a shockwave that kills enemies around you. Are you going to let me down, sir? Fucking hate Hell Knights. You see, this isn't how the level is supposed to start out, though. There's supposed to be a whole section up at the Fortress of Doom. Apparently, that's Doom Guy's satellite fortress. And I'm just left thinking, how the hell does he have a satellite fortress? It feels like he's too well prepared for this sort of thing. He's too heavily resourced. And the fact is that the Fortress of Doom is basically a satellite safe haven for the Doom Guy. It's a HUD world in a Doom game. This was honestly one of the funniest jokes I ever made, and I honestly am thinking about starting a new campaign just so I can do that joke again. This is where you get the Blood Punch, but cannot believe I wasn't recording! Alright, this is the portion that I basically wanted to record for you guys, because what is that? Okay, Bethesda. Alright, I admit it. Everybody was thinking about it. It was a question that we were all asking ourselves ever since the friggin' movie came out. With Doom 2016 reintroducing him as he is, could it be possible that the Doomslayer could kill Thanos? And we all know that on some level that given enough time and with his amount of resources and tenacity, he could bring the Purple Titan down. But seriously? Don't you think that he's overpowered enough without you guys giving him the friggin' Infinity Gauntlet? Come on, you all are thinking the same thing. Oh, I can't just walk into it to pick it up? I mean, seriously, like, they did this on purpose. They would have had to. Blood Punch. Melee attack, extra damage. Glory kill, fill the meter. The only problem is that I didn't notice where the meter was. Oh! Alright, so that's basically what I wanted to basically show off for you guys. Although I could basically show you guys getting the Rune Trial. Ah, our hallways were powered by Sith lightning, I see. Okay, so effectively in the other campaign, I basically chose, where is it? Saving throw, because something like this, on my level of difficulty, it seems like it really is going to save my life, so... Ah, that's tingly. Okay, so basically a lot like last time, only I don't see any missions to upgrade them. Anyways, I'll basically catch you guys when we catch up with the footage from the other video, so I'll see ya. See, it's clearly of Maker design, but it has the Doomslayer symbol on it. And as you can see by that bar up at the top, that's actually your weapon upgrade point bar. That's how many weapon upgrade tokens you can get per level. You get them by exploring, fighting and basically like performing certain challenges. Like, let me see if I can bring them up. Okay, mission. No, Vega, get on that already. Demonic corruption. Effectively, the only thing that I missed was finding one secret area that had a secret battle. Now, I did that secret battle over there, so I'm not going to bother doing it again. You guys are just going to have to accept the fact that I'm really not going to bother with certain things when it comes to replaying this level. I'm only really doing it just to show you guys everything that I missed, and I missed a secret life back there. Fuck me. Fuck me in the Alps. I made a joke about how this place is apparently powered by Sith lightning. God. Probably a codex entry here. And it's not worth going for that armor on the inside, because those fucking cannon things. Seriously, whoever thought of designing these things, hurt yourself. Hurt yourself bad. And I'm not saying kill yourself, no, because I want you to live with the suffering of what you've done. How is he already out? Fucking die already! There's something inside of the pillar. Oh, find me in the Alps. Is that seriously what I think it is? It's a goddamn soul sphere. And it's here. That secret. Well, looks like he got locked out of the party. I also upgraded my ammo capacity. Guess how many shotgun shells I can now, extra shotgun shells I can now carry. Keep in mind the number last time was 16. They gave me a whopping bonus of 18. No, they didn't give me 18 extra shells to carry. They increased my total to 18. They increased my ammo capacity for the shotgun, literally the go-to weapon for any Doom game, by 2 shells. The person who thought that was a good idea is also going to hurt themselves. Forever. For eternity. of these friggin' arachnotrons! And I get it. The first time I ever fucking saw an arachnotron, they literally threw like 8 of them at me. But that's the thing. That was a level that was designed to friggin' be a trap. Did that guy just keel over? It's so ironic, because I thought that this level was going to be shorter than it was. This is where the secret combat area was, but as you can see, I've already gotten the combat thing. This is basically what the gore nests are used for. Secret encounters, I suppose. All they did was spawn a couple of cacos that I had to kill before a time limit ran out. It was actually harder than it looked, but I did it in one go anyway. Just seconds before I ran out of time. And barrels do a lot more damage. They already were pretty good in the last game, so the fact that they do more in this one is staggering. But I guess something would have had to have basically been an improvement from the last game. Also, inside that tower is where I got the speeding dash thing that I'm using to get zip around real quick. That 3 times. This is where I made comments about how this is starting to feel like God of War. The main antagonist, the con maker, is making notions about how the Doomslayer, the protagonist, used to serve her, and now he doesn't, he's against her, and now basically I'm going around breaking chains. Very God of War-esque. Hey, another soul sphere. I guess I had to replace it with something. I was so excited about the fact to see the soul spheres return yet again, but this just disappoints me so much. I mean, why the fuck is it spinning around? Secondly, why is its face just stuck like that? Alright, Wolf. Spectral dogs. The grim. Well, it doesn't mean I can't do this. Time for a cutscene. You see, the Doomslayer came here because his suit is missing a piece that basically allows him to detect the presence of the Hell Priests, so he came here in order to get a replacement. I hear I made a joke about going to meet King Mickey. A Kingdom Hearts reference. Just picking up some old stuff, old man. So King Novik, huh? That's the voice we heard at the beginning.
It is not yours to take.
You'd be surprised how often I hear that, and even more surprised at how little I care.
You cannot kill the priests.
Cannot?
You know
or should
our
not.
laws. Despite their transgressions against the Covenant, they are still of Sentinel blood.
What?
What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. It is written. It is their time to give penance, If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath.
Let him try.
You are but one man. They are no longer your people to save.
I'm not just one man. I'm a guy. I'm the guy. So, let me see if I get this straight. I can't kill the Hell Priest because they're of Sentinel blood? Is that some kind of ape must not kill ape bullshit? They betrayed us. They literally brought about our destruction. Okay, so it was in this chamber that I'm about to come to. Also, I mentioned that King Novak was the voice that we heard at the beginning of the game, so I can assume he's also the voice that we heard at the beginning of the last game, too. The guy that says, "Rip and tear until it is done." You sent me on this, old man. You started this. I finish it. It was at this room where I stumbled across a very nice, very touching little Easter egg. You come over here, and I found this completely by accident. I was just looking for secrets where, you see those wolf statues? You look down there, you notice, that's a bunny rabbit. That's Daisy. Daisy! She's alive! I'm half tempted to shoot her, but I'm not gonna do that because I can't. Daisy! That was a nice little Easter egg. Now why is she here? Oh god, I'm gonna fight with her Arachnotron. You know, that same thing happened to him last time. Looks like he couldn't take the zappity zap zap. So I basically just stole a lantern with a precursor orb inside of it from basically the Force Ghost of Odin. Did I miss anything? Gargoyles. Apparently gargoyles were creatures that once inhabited this world. Armor shards. I think that's my exit. And to think, I honestly thought the level was going to end here. Oh, how wrong I was. You see, this is how you get the plasma gun. No fanfare, no cutscene of you taking it off of an elite guard on the Phobos base. I have my suspicions that we're not actually going to go to Phobos in this game. The game is almost completely different from how it was presented to us. Oh, and this is where they introduce the Revenants. You can blow up their rocket launchers like you can do the Arachnotrons. See, I've already knocked one of them off thanks to that barrel. Boink! There goes the other one. And so now he basically partakes in a slap fight. Unfortunately, I'm a slap fight master. Jesus. Heat pavement. There was a secret through there, and it was masterfully hidden, too. At least the path to it was. But I've literally got no chill right now, so I'm not even going to bother. This is actually a pretty cool mechanic that they introduced. This is basically how you find it, but without the secret, there's nothing of value down here. But I should be checking the map for things that I might have missed. For example, I am missing what looks like to be a combat area. As you can see over there, I have actually done that one. We'll talk about it more when we get there. You see this arm? It kind of looks like the Doomslayer's arm, doesn't it? Except it's on a mech. Apparently, Sentinel Prime had mechs as well. My name is Sentinel Prime. As you can see from this breakable wall, I can't punch through it. I can't shoot through it, can't do anything. So... whoop. Seems like a perfect setup, doesn't it? I just need something to power this thing up, and... looks like there's only one way to go. Oh look, I can see the power cell from here. Ew, 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 ew. The purple stuff slows you down. That's why I always drink Sunny D. We got soda, OJ, purple stuff. Ooh, Sunny D, alright. Go away, Japan! The demons haven't invaded you because they're afraid of what you'll do to them. I am a terrible shot. Have to go this way. No other way. This is where the auto map was. Any more Helticles want to reach out and try and take a piece of my ass? And here's where I got a weapons upgrade. Thank you, Vega.
There is a Sentinel power core nearby. You can use it to activate the mech and clear a path forward.
Thank you, Vega. And I hope you like that animation, because you're going to see it every single time I pick one of these things up. Yeah, he picks up the guns with absolutely no fanfare at all. It's not like they're an important part of the franchise. But this power cell, the first time we've ever used one, I'm sure basically we'll be doing it often enough. Might as well show them what it looks like every single time. Alright, Mr. Stark. Let's see what that repulsor technology you gave us can do. Oh! I forgot to let it recharge. You only get 2 dashes, and basically, like, they recharge quickly, but you use one. Basically, the recharge time is... you guys get it. And believe it or not, these are actually just the switches to activate that door. So, going down. Luckily, there's no timer that I'm aware of. I hated this part. I hated it. I hated it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. That's probably why I missed that secret, because I was in such a rush to fucking get out of here. Wow, the map is actually incredibly detailed. Because basically, you have a vantage point over an Arachnopon and a friggin' Revenant. Believe me, you don't want tacos. You gotta exercise that real quick. Ah, great. The new one is here. And the new Revenant as well. And I literally just got rid of one, and there's a new one already. bastards! Don't run! Freaks! All of you freaks! Now, how do I get up there? 'Cause that's the one thing that I am missing. Believe me, I know this might seem counterintuitive, but I know that something like this does work. Out of the lava. Also, this thing is supposed to be a gigantic brain, but I see ribs in there. That's gross. That ain't right. If you think that it is right, you're wrong. Might as well get the power cell, because all this basically just kind of loops around anyway. That there is a recharge. It basically recharges your mid-air dash. See what I mean? And we're actually apparently not back on Earth yet. We're still on our jet. And I'm apparently out of ammo on everything else but this fucking useless thing. Was hoping that the redesign correlated with as a response to making it more powerful, but nope, just nostalgic pandering. Okay, maybe I could drop down from here. Aha. Found you. This will give you guys something interesting to gawk at. And hopefully it'll give me enemies that I can bisect for ammo. Oh no, not you guys. Secret encounter failed? How about you actually tell me what the secret encounter even fucking was? So I have to kill them without setting off the barrels? Oh, I got it. I guess I ran out of time then. Well, that was fun. Quote. Right before this episode ended the last time, I was basically wondering if the game was skirting the line between fun and frustrating. So far, it's unfortunately the latter. And no, I do not think that it was basically, it's the difficulty. It's the fact that it's just... So let me get this straight. Instead of, like, jumping, making that jump and climbing over this thing's shoulder, you instead choose to impale it so that you can walk through it. John, I think that you were in hell for a bit too long, and it might have messed you up. Oh well. I'm pretty sure that there was a secret in here that I missed. Ew, 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 the green gas and the lighting, and the fact that I just entered this thing's abdomen, and the fact that there's a tunnel that leads all the way straight down. Well, I'm technically outside of the body, but still. I wonder. Good to know. I bet those red ones are rockets. But seriously, did they really feel it necessary to recolor the ammo? And I hate this part because, effectively, I gotta go through this entire slogfest in the purple sludge that prevents me from jumping, and therefore prevents me from dodging. And Super Mario Brothers. I gotta admit, the precision bolt is actually pretty powerful. That was a blood punch. I'm seriously gonna do it. I'm seriously gonna restart this campaign, and I'm gonna edit that joke into the friggin' video. You mark my words, I'm gonna do it. And if I've already done it at this point, well then, moot point. Why was this harder the first time that I did it? Alright. You see, I gotta basically pin 3 different demons on one micro-missile cycle 15 times, and I've done it 4 times. It's one of those easier done than said things, but it can get pretty confusing. But seriously, why am I breezing through this so much easier than I did the first time? You got any friends? Any other friends that I could stick? You know, because that's the true test of true friendship. If friends tend to stick around when the going gets rough. And they're not the type of friends that are just gonna do something and then pin it on you. Okay, looks like it's just the 2 of you, which means you're worthless to me. And I just wasted a blood punch. I'm going up there. There's someone here that I need to meet. I need to power the friggin' lantern thing that I've got. Somehow Vega needs to turn that into a device that I can use. Up-boat! I'm pretty sure the first time I was here, it took me 3 punches to make that move. Don't know why. Was it a glitch with the game? Is this game already glitching on me? And shoulder cannon. That's serious heartburn. Follow the path of sludge. Of course I left this behind. Oops. This right here is a Sentinel Crystal. John had one of them on his satellites, but he broke it. Basically, this is the replacement for the Praetor suit tokens of the elite guards that you found in the last game. So, this is basically how you upgrade your health, armor, and your equipment. As you can see, last time I traded armor for blood. The idea that basically to increase the armor, because as long as I'm at max armor, all armor pickups contribute to a blood punch. But considering how quickly armor fucking goes down in this game, you pick up 50, and a fucking Hell Knight has already basically drained that entire thing. Demons drop armor at a faster rate. That's the problem. I don't know which is going to be good because I don't know how this game is going to go. I want more ammo, but I've already been burned before. Literally speaking, they only gave me 2 extra shells for an ammo upgrade. How many are they going to give me for the second upgrade, and I can only upgrade these things 4 times? Cannot believe that I left that behind. Oh well, at least it gives you something to look at. And it gives you a break from hearing me bitch and moan about how badly I cannot believe I fucked up. Why didn't I? And of course this. Honestly, the guy should have saw it coming. I mean, basically you stand on a platform, it starts shaking. That'll teach you. They explode before they get there. Rip off. Oh well. At least I'm nearing, I should say, the 3rd act of this level. There's another soul sphere around here that I can collect. It's actually where I first found one. These guys do far more damage than they have any right to. Seriously. They look so malnourished that a stiff breeze should be able to blow them over, and yet they're actually hurting me. I'm wearing a suit of impenetrable armor that basically the previous game established may in fact make me indestructible. And they're swatting at me with their bare hands. That's actually the way to go. Soul Sphere. I'm surprised. Did I get a codex entry for this? Because I think that I might read that, considering that I haven't read it before. Oh, the Lost Soul. Shoot it with a shotgun to send it flying, causing a delayed explosion. Ice bomb will instantly kill. The lost soul has its origin among the damned, former humans who have fallen from the mortal world, doomed to an unliving eternity as sin-branded slaves of hell. The damned are seemingly endless in number, their populations growing by the thousands with each rise of the black sun. For many, the torturous existence of crushing slave labor is all that awaits. The bodies of the damned are brittle, and those who become broken in labor, their bodies ruined, dismembered, or otherwise incapable of servitude, are transported to the pits, where their souls must be extracted for further use. Those fortunate enough to escape this process are what have inevitably become lost souls, their spirits transmorgified into physical form. The lost soul knows only madness, its memory a haunted image of its former mortal life. These creatures live a fleeting existence, roaming mindlessly seeking only that which can grant them a final death. Just like Yamask. Arsenal. Well, looks like nothing for the soul sphere. It's only an iconic piece of imagery from the good old days. Alright, I need 6 for fast loader, which I honestly might go for. And I would need 3 and 6, and probably 3 and 5. Okay. But I'm probably not going to get any more tokens for this level. Which way did I come in? Oh, right. I just asked that about a dead end. Trust me when I said I know what I'm doing. But I slipped. Why does that always happen right when I friggin' say it? Because your life is a universal exhibition of irony. The only true higher power that actually exists. But that's skills right there. That's friggin' elite. I cannot believe I just used the term elite. I'm going to be flogging myself when this is over. I'm still recording, right? God, where is friggin' Ganon when I need him? Okay. You see that purple door up there with my symbol on it? Well, keep it in mind. I know that somebody threw a fireball at me. This. A Slayer key acquired. Now, I'm actually going to read this the codex entry for this thing because, honestly, the Slayer keys just became my new favorite hobby. Saving the world, that's cake. This is a reward. Those aren't the Slayer keys, so the Slayer key. The Slayer key will unlock a nearby Slayer gate. Completing all 6 Slayer gates unlocks access to the... Oh, yes. First you had my interest, now you have my erection. I know what I said. Slayer gates optional, intense encounters, ammo, extra lives spent, not recovered, completion, 3 weapon points, and Imperium Key. Wow, I didn't expect the gore nest to actually be here. I mean, seriously, the other ones were gone. Well, the thing about it is that, as you can see that it's glowing green here, and basically if you go up here to the Imperium Keys, I already have one. The Imperium Keys are rewarded from clearing a Slayer gate. Energy from within this has been rumored to be the key to unlocking a powerful artifact within the Fortress of Doom. And considering, like, what little I've seen of the you-know-what in this game, it is honestly going to be confusing how it got on the Slayer's Fortress. Especially the person who's going to be telling us all about it. But honestly, like it said, it gives you 3 weapon upgrade tokens for completing it, and 1, 2, 3. I got them. I ain't doing that shit again. Why is it telling me that I still have a crystal? Plasma V Hell Knight. Okay, 1 out of 5. Kill 30 gargoyles with midair. With micro missiles, okay? 30 enemies with a blood punch. Almost there. Wait, 44 out of 30? Okay. Not that good at math, but I don't think it computes that way. Oh no, my shield! I really hope that the soldiers don't start breaking out shields anytime soon. Who am I kidding? They're gonna break them out in the next level. I guarantee it. Because this game really likes to piss me off. Though I gotta admit, the Slayer challenge was pretty damn awesome. It was pretty fun, but it was intense, and I was there for quite a while, so I'm not going to bother wasting time with it. I just want to get this level over with so I can get on to filming the next one. And I'm not going to get that armor either, because then 2 cacodemons spawn, and the armor will be gone literally before I know it. Ow. Oh, you have got to be fucking me. Where am I supposed to go from here? Oh, wait. I'm a friggin' idiot. Look, I was confusing that for a different parkour challenge that I was going to have to do later on. Judge me all you want. I don't friggin' care. Lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of sheep. This is the game being an asshole, as it tends to do. Oh, I forgot. I have no idea how that works.
The life signal is nearby.
Yep. We're finally going to meet the Betrayer in the flesh, this early in the game. Lots of story beats are happening far too quickly, if you ask me. Hey Vega, listen. I haven't spoken to this guy in several millenniums, okay? So, let me just say something. When we get in there, leave the talking to me, which is going to be no talking, alright?
There are motion sensors and artillery everywhere.
He fortified this place. Hey, Valen. Yep, his name is Valen. Can you believe it?
I told you all to leave me here.
Kind of reminds me of Kratos.
I am where I belong.
You have something I need.
Saving your people will not bring you peace. Only make the burden you carry worse.
Hey, I've got nothing better to do. I'm the only one who can.
And now you seek to defy the Calm Maker herself. It is your people's time now to give penance, just as it was mine.
The gods don't decide our fate.
Hear me, Slayer. When his heart is laid to rest, then his soul will be at peace. And so will mine.
We all know who he's talking about. I feel like his name is meant to be a reference to Van Halen. He's Commander Valen, the Betrayer, and he has an Argent energy hammer. That's kind of neat. Found some cool stuff around here. If you couldn't tell, he was basically talking about the Icon of Sin, who, according to the lore, was his son at one point. Or maybe his son was basically used to revive the Icon of Sin. I don't know. There's the toy. And I walked right past it. Masterfully hidden. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look around when I get up there. Aw, the cacodemon. It looks awful. Horrifying. I basically did make a joke during the official episode playthrough where basically saying that, like, as much as I like the Doom Guy collectibles, they did get kind of stale after a while. Felt like, what reference and what color palette can we use? Like, having dolls of the monsters just makes sense, you know? Right. Almost out. This is the parkour challenge that I was thinking of. Let's just hope I don't waste my lives here. I'm going to need them.
The extraction point has been identified. I will mark its location on your HUD.
And more friggin' Mario Bros. With a friggin' fire wheels. And the game being an asshole. Okay, time it better. Right, go now. 1, 2, 3. Write it down. Alright, finally made it. Final checkpoint for the end. I'm gonna be saving that quad damage. Besides, it really doesn't last long. And that, ladies, gentlemen, and those of unspecified gender, is how you split a banana. Tacos! Everybody hates tacos! My quad damage is already gone. And I have 2 more arachnopods yet to go. Where'd the Arachnotron go? Well, level is over, and that's good enough for me. And I unlocked fast travel. Good. Itty bitty gumdrops. What is that? Oh, I guess that's the blood punch. Well, whatever. Well, I've basically gotten everything from this mission, so... Okay, so... Combat all the way up and exploration all the way up. Good. Demonic Corruption combat encounters, the Slayer Gate, and the secret combat encounters. 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, I did find a Sentinel battery. Just in the first playthrough. And I basically got that record that's for, like, the album. I think it's called At Doom's Gate. Basically, it's like, you listen to it. I made a joke about how John's been waiting 1,000 years to get back into vinyl. Pretty sure the other toy was an Arachnotron. Right, so I saved and returned to the campaign, but I basically realized that there's something that I promised to do that I'm basically going to do, so I'm going to go back into that mission. I'd just like to take a moment to comment on the menu music. You guys hear that? That's the music from Doom, the original game, from Episode 3, Inferno, the final map. Diz, the capital of hell, where you fight the the spider demon. At least, maybe I think it is. Maybe it was one of the levels before that. It's that haunting kind of eerie sound, you know? But anyways, I'm gonna go back in, and I'm gonna read the codex entries for the stuff that I basically collected along the way. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got this ARC broadcast log when I was up at the Doom Fortress. They basically played a recording for me, but I can't access it again. Yep, they flat out name it. So, to all of those of you stubborn guys out there who are insisting that the Doomslayer is not Doom Guy, any incarnation thereof, suck it! They basically confirm that he is. And even more so than that, I've been hearing rumors that a new master level included in Doom 64 released with this game actually has a level that's meant to tie in with this game and to explain how the Unmaker looks different. So, hopefully that it does, okay? Story of Earth, Story of the Sentinels, Exultia. You know what? I think I'll start out with the history part 1. Although, they actually gave me history part... Nah, I'll start out with Exultia first. Translation from the Ligra Sultagena, the Book of Kings. Sultagenas, huh? Gentas, huh? Sultans, huh? What treachery comes from our darkest selves, driven by greed and want? For I have been deceived by the Diag. They came north with the priests, as allies to our cause against the Khan Maker and her unscrupulous methods. Keep that in mind. The people of Argenta had turned on the Khan Maker at this point. Their silvery tongues wagging, they had laid plans for us, and sowed the seeds of desire for hasty triumph. They claimed knowledge of the Maker's source of power in the demon realm, a vast foundry of souls where the innocent are put to the fire for the essence. I guess that's what happens to the lost souls, eh? In the foundry's destruction, our victory is assured, they told us, and the fools that we were, that I am, believed their lies. That's interesting. The idea that the Khan Maker gets her power from hell? I'm just gonna flat out say it. This game is basically playing on, like, the idea that when you actually take the Christian doctrine into account, God is only saving us from himself. He planned all of this, so really, honestly, I'm not going to make this into a whole anti-religious spiel because I'm sort of beyond that at this point. I've evolved past that point in my previous iteration, and it doesn't amuse me anymore. Okay, so on their word, we sent the Doomslayer and the Night Sentinels to destroy the Foundry, and the priest cast a gate for their egress. As the last veteran entered the Demon's Empire, our final hope of reclaiming our dominion, the Deeg closed the path. They were and left them stranded. They were trapped, lost in the eternal void by the actions of the traitors. Fortunately, one of them on their side had experience with this sort of thing, and he knew to keep a level head. How could I not see their intention? Am I blinded by grief for the loss of Taras Nabad, of my people? Taras Nabad, that name sounds familiar, but I don't know where I heard it before. Either way, I feel like that's basically like a reference to the Icon of Sin. His son, Taras Nabad, is his name. So, oh, looks like Chaos is live streaming. I'll have to check that out. Of my people, we have fled again, with barely a legion of Night Sentinels left to protect us. The Dieg are gone, returned to their mistress. May the Wraiths forgive my failure. Right. Part 1. Look at this. I'm getting some serious God of War vibes from this, as well as some Wolfenstein vibes, as you'll see. Translation from the Book of Kings. In the days before man first spoke, an immense shard of rock and metal was cast unto the world from the heavens. Thunder and cataclysm shook unto the world from the heavens, and shook the land as the skies were torn asunder. The cosmic spear cleft a hole. Where is it? Cleft a hole through our mortal lands, pole to pole, from the cold wastes of the umbral plains to the fetid swamps of Ironfang. The womb of the world opened, and the elemental wraiths, the firstborn, spilled forth. They took to the skies, fierce in their emancipation. In their exultation, they brought vitality to the land, and all that felt their breath were awakened from eternal slumber. The fierce beasts and unforgiving biosphere arose in the passing of their shadow, as the wraith call echoed across Argent Denur. First came the Ancestrals, feral creatures, invigorated by the magic of the wraiths. They grew to enormous heights, mighty behemoths who waged war with each other for years untold. Their battles tore the land asunder and destroyed all creation caught in their wake. The wraith call continued to spread across the land, and soon the Argenta emerged from the steppes, our souls stirred into form by the power of their breath. And believe me, it could seriously have used a mint. The Titans towered over the wild, bloodied tribes, but found them uncowed. The secret of the sword was discovered, and in the darkness of sweltering mountain forges, we beat steel until it was strong enough to pierce bone and sever flesh. Yeah, nothing like beating your sword in an isolated area to relieve some tension, am I right, people? Thus we came to be, born of rock and fire, lowly in birth, but risen by the strength of our will, by the blessedness of the first ones. We forged sword and shield and took the hammer to the Ancestrals. We claimed dominion of creation by right of blood and magic. And then the time of men came to be. Getting some serious Lord of the Rings vibes here. With the ancestral beasts driven back to their bleak valleys, we rose. We tilled the fertile land, husbanded the beasts of burden, and built towering cities. In the hallowed palace of the obsidian throne, we crowned King Ormero, the Father, the first of the line that shall reign in perpetuity. King Ormero? You guys see it, right? Ormero. Romero. Well, that's one little Easter egg that I appreciate. And, but it's kind of ironic because, well, it's kind of weird. I don't know how it's going to affect me, but spoiler alert for the Doom audio drama. For Part 2, Hell on Earth, the main antagonist is going to be revealed having been a scientist, mostly a director, basically working on the Phobos projects, who ends up selling himself to Hell, and basically selling out all mankind to get basically the invasion to Earth, and he's rewarded by becoming the new vessel for the Icon of Sin. Basically, it's meant to be a reference to how, like, in the original game, you have that voice saying, in order to win the game, you must kill me, John Romero, played backwards. Literally speaking, like, that's basically how it's going to be, a reference. So, but that's an odd little Easter egg, but I kind of like it. We built the Cathedral of Reflection to worship the First Ones formed by the Order of Daig, whose priests pay tribute to the Wraiths and appease their tempestuous hunger. Tempest, storm-like. Our sons and daughters chose the path of the sword or the path of the alchemist, for each duty honors the gods. Honestly, there was some evidence to suggest that basically one specific gender favored one role and the other favored the other, but then all of our wives started saying that, oh, that's just a social construct that you're trying to force onto them at a young age. That's why we sent our wives to the front lines. Though our ways were righteous, we were not without strife. Storms of great quakes cast our spires down. Barbaric tribes laid siege to our fields in search of the great gifts Mother Argenta had bestowed upon our world. And the song of the Wraith Call threatened to drive lesser men into madness. But we were not lesser men. We defended that which the First Ones gifted to us, our land, and the right to the bounty held within. We beat back the barbarian hordes and hardened our resolve. We rose above the fire, our bodies and soul tempered, and an unbreakable will was shaped in the forge of battle. What emerged was the heart of our legion, the Order of the Night Sentinels. This has been going on for an hour and a half? God fucking damn it! In the time of grief, when King Eritrex took the throne, a blessing came to the people of Argenta. White porcelain beings from a world above our own brought gifts to Denur. Observers to our great deeds, admirers of our conviction, they sought to make a bond with our swords and bring lasting order to our world. These beings, unlike any we had seen before, sword and shield held no weight against them, for the ethereal flesh of these luminous beings seemed unbound by mortality. Able to move through time and space, they held sway over all dominions of the known and unknown dimensions. Through their ways we grew stronger, our society bolstered by their infinite wisdom and all-knowing power, assuring people's safety for all time, in this world and the next. We sharpened the blade and mastered our magic. They bolstered the soul and spirit. Death would no longer be an end for our people, the ones we call the Makers. Our new allies in this brutal world have given us the security in death we fought so hard to achieve in life. we would find eternal peace and our minds would rest easy with the knowledge that those we fought alongside in battle would join us in the lands beyond. The strength of our ways, purity of our essence, would by Maker's law grant us passage to the great city in the clouds. There, our families, warriors, kin alike would welcome us. We adopted the holy doctrines of the Makers in exchange for a chance to earn our place in blessed Urdak. The covenant we held under the embrace of our new gods fostered a peace we had never known, for they were unlike the first ones, whose presence offered no paradise from fear and uncertainty of existence. In a harsh, unforgiving world, the Maker's embrace was warm and guided us into an era of spiritual prosperity. You see, that's basically how it goes, really, because they're basically upset that the Wraiths, who are effectively just animals, wild beasts, they didn't offer any form of comfort for you. Your entire existence was by accident. They are your creators by happy chance alone. They didn't intend to create you. And as you can see, it looks like Khan Maker there, well, can only imagine what kind of paradise she actually is offering them. She might be saying that it's all good, but I'm pretty sure at this point we can figure that it's actually all a lie. I'm losing my voice. As you can see, satellites are rising up from Argenta. I have a feeling that basically with the Khan Maker's help, they were able to colonize other worlds. And this kind of looks like the Doom Fortress, which leads me to believe that maybe somehow the people of Argenta, Argent du Nord, the Sentinels as they're called, I think that they were able to somehow seed Earth with human life. And that basically speaking, maybe they crash-landed there, they forgot who they were and where they were from, and that's basically how humanity basically got its start on Earth, without truly knowing its true origins. But they have been found again. With machine and enchantment of the Makers, the Argenta brought our newfound clarity to the desperate realms of the Empyrean Void. We took flight with support of our gods, spreading the enlightened word of the Khan Maker. We discovered there was not one enemy, but many. Worlds and peoples unknown to the Argenta were unveiled, and we saw our own suffering reflected in their eyes. Our righteous army strode into battle under the banner of the Night Sentinels, and fought for the freedom of all people from the grasp of those who would exploit and prey upon them. And we stood in our certainty that our Makers would not be doing the same. I mean, seriously, it's not like super powerful, all-knowing beings could ever be hypocrites, right? Right? I mean, these people are here because they're so impressed with what we have done, right? All-powerful beings that can reshape reality are impressed with what we, mortal beings, are capable of doing. Right? Huh. Though we battled on soil not our own, the blood we shed in foreign lands safeguarded Argent du Nord and the sons of daughters that defended it. Through the strange peoples we liberated, new alliances were formed, and our beliefs became their own. Our armies swelled. Maybe they might have allied themselves with the people of Mars. Think about it. As the Argenta traversed the stars, gleaming war fleets, the Khan Makers approached King Rowan on his throne. Oh god, this is long, but it's important. He sensed his god restless by her disquiet manner. The king and Rowan spoke, and God revealed she had foreseen a schism in the blood of Argenta. A test would be required to identify its host among us. She spoke of a holy rite to be performed on the strongest of our warriors. Only those that proved worthy would be tested, for the impurity could reside only in the most resilient of our legion. So let me get this straight. You're looking for the strongest person that these guys have, and you're going to claim that that guy is susceptible to corruption, maybe be the one that would be our undoing? Seems kind of suspect, wouldn't you say? Hey, these are all the strongest guys you have on your side. We need to kill them. The Divinity Machine, a great tribute by Maker Scholaris, would help us cleanse any impurities from our flock, ensuring our continued prosperity in this world and the Maker realm that awaited in the afterlife. The malicious one, if not exhumed from our ranks, would jeopardize our safe passage to the heavenly realm of Urdok. The Dark One was not amongst them yet, nor would he be for many generations. Only the Mother God, through divination and Maker's sight, would determine where he stood before them. The Makers were truth, and only their unclouded eyes could find the one who was marked. The prophecy of the Unholy One was written, but through the ages as the warning grew faint until only the Khan Maker herself and the High Priest of the Order of Daeg still whispered of he that would one day come to threaten their way of light. Gee, I wonder who this supposedly impure one, mightiest warrior of the Night Sentinels could possibly be. And we all know what the Unmaker is all about, and how she's in league with the Hell Priests, the Order of Daeg, whatever they're called. God, I really wish that basically they would... Whatever. So, the wolf. Argenta speaks of sentinel beasts, loyal creatures that lived as companions of the hardened warriors. Often larger, swifter, and stronger than others of their kind, these animals shared instincts with their masters and aided them in battle. The Night Sentinels never shared publicly the origin of these creatures, for only they stood worthy of them. King Novik ruled over Sentinel Prime for many years as its warrior patriarch, ordained protector of the sovereign Sentinel worlds. The Sentinel people, defined by a legacy of war, deem only those of a warrior caste benefit to rule, and in times of battle it is expected that a king lead from the battlefield rather than the safety of the throne. As it is written by Sentinel law, a king unfit for battle is likewise unfit to rule. That's both a bad thing and a good thing. In times of peace, you don't really want a muscle-headed meathead leading you. But in times of crisis, in times of battle, you want someone who's tough and battle-hardened leading the charge. And a king that's willing to lead his armies on the front lines instead of hiding behind the throne, that's not a good king. That's a great king. For millennia, the Sentinel people have secured their civilization against the threat of invasion from beast and humans alike, passing on the mantle of battle to each subsequent generation, and refining the craft of war into an art of ultimate mastery, even in the times of peace. The Night Sentinels remain vigilant, developing new technologies of conquest, each more capable of securing their dominion across the sovereign worlds. The Betrayer. After years of prolonged war against the demonic threat invading their world, Argent Denor launched an offensive strike across dimensions, sending their greatest warriors into the heart of hell itself. But despite all of this, their honor was undone by deceit. Betrayal at the highest levels of command left them cut off and scattered in the hellscape. But of these last remaining Night Sentinels, only one remained in hell by choice. Betrayer of Argenta, it was Commander Valen who relinquished the keys to the elemental sepulchre in return for his son's resurrection. Haunted by demonic visions, the image of his son's tortured existence plagued him without relent, the whispers of the demons pushing him towards madness. In a moment of weakness, he fell prey to the demon's trickery, sealing the fate of Argent Denor and dooming the kingdom to which he swore a lifelong oath to protect. Valen chose exile in the hellscape for his sacrilege. Okay, only a few more left to read. My voice is spent. Like their imp brethren, relentless pack hunter, native to Sentinel world, plague Sentinel guards, sentries, demon breeds, bypassed wall defenses, appear without warning, claim hapless townspeople, disappear into the wasteland. Only skilled marksmen of the Night Sentinels could intercept aerial threat, and a peril which demanded ever-vigilant watch. Arachnotron. Arachnotrons are built with genetic material recovered from the remains of the original Spider Mastermind, bioengineered for cyber augmentation. Did I read this? Feels like... With an actual body exhibits mobility, the oddly cerebral qualities of the Arachnotron make it a prime candidate for the impulse-controlled prosthetic frame that it now permanently inhabits. UAC responsible for Arachnotron's creation, engineer weaponized demons, own design, overrun, outbreak occurred inside, plant assembly, killing everyone inside. Facility still operating under the directive of an administrative AI continues to manufacture the Arachnotrons autonomously. I feel like that should have been the first location that Doom Guy went to shut that entire place down, because, seriously, fuck those guys. Revenant. Revenant program. Bioweapon experiment utilizing reanimatized mechanical dead tissue was believed to be destroyed. Collapse of ASC marginal facility on Mars. Emergence of cultist enclaves on Earth. Former deviations now under Hell's direct control, begun work on second wave of production Revenant program. While much of the platform existing weapon payload preserved originally designed, cyberneural programming has undergone modification. Pattern signals are now wired into the host's frontal cortex, which in turn stimulate a stent of frenzied, unrestrained bloodlust. While these signals are active, hosts incapable of thinking or feeling anything but singular compulsion, inflicted death and violence upon the living. Just a few more. You can do it. Keep going. Hell Knight. Hell Knight, warrior beast. It earned its place millennia sovereign archdemons. Imposed by sovereign houses, Hell Knight served large barbaric enforcers, netherworld, pelling lesser demons by way of brutality. Rare among demonkind for its innate primal horrors of the hierarchy, Hell Knight exhibit adherence to the prevailing rule of the Demon Lord Masters. Little compulsion on behalf of highborn, Hell Knights readily serve for the extent of their lifespans, reaping great satisfaction in the way of war and desecration. And they have eyes now. Just thought I'd throw that out. This next guy is even worse. I met this next guy during the Slayer Gate, and he was just really tough. And I had to fight two of them. The Dread Knight. Variation of the Hell Knight breed, Dread Knight has been modified and hardwired for aggression. Armed with exoprosthesis powering energy blade augments, the Dread Knight is a lethal result of UAC cultist engineering. Epinephrine regulators remodulate the Dread Knight with unbroken flow of rage-addled adrenaline, while its endorphin receptors have been synchronized to respond with the use of its arm-mounted blades. With each kill, the Dread Knight is injected with a flow of artificial dopamine. As a result of its augmentation, the Dread Knight is driven by a biochemically engineered state of pure, unbroken rage, a suffering for which respite can only be found in the act of the kill. Designed by the UAC Military Tech Division, UAC Plasma standard energy-based weaponry, firing superheated plasma in short burst intervals, plasma rifle capable of shielding liquefying enemy contact. Weapon mods, weapon reel, weak point, arachnotrons, cacodemon revenants, auto-map stations, power-ups. Power-ups temporarily give you special abilities. I only see 3 there. I see quad damage, haste, and berserk. Where's invulnerability? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Killing with a power-up extends its duration. Onslaught increases the damage of each shot. Overdrive increases movement speed and it gives infinite ammo. Berserk, so that's overdrive, not... Okay, Onslaught. So I guess that's quad damage then. Berserk allows players to instantly rip and tear. Fast travel, frag grenade, flame belch. Anything in there about basically like 1,000 degrees Celsius? Sentinel crystals, health, armor, upgrade, immediate, Slayer gate, secret encounters. I didn't walk away. Dash. Quickly move while transversing or fighting. Dashing into a pitted surface instantly attaches you to it. Okay. That's it. Everything is all said, and it's all done. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment on the comment section below. Show, like, and share with your friends. You want to keep up to date with more Doom Eternal coming at you in the future, then be sure to smash that subscribe button. Like you're in the mountains forging a weapon and you're smashing your steel over and over and over, hoping to get some sweet release. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later!